The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosted? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
A second down throw from Levis. This ball complete to Rager.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Levis looking to move him around a bit. 2nd and 6. Open right side, complete to Rager.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Levis to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
McCole Hardman.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw, it's Levis. They'll set up the screen for Spears.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Here's Herbert.
He's got this to Williams, complete. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, L.A.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the option, here's Spears.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Runs over him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And here's a give to Spears.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Keep it up. You're a ball, baby. Keep it going! Make him walk forward!
So if the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Levis. That one's taken in by Spears.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And Levis going to change the play. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Levis.
And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They'll throw it again with Levis.
Looking middle, and that's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Working from the gun. Here's Levis. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, good by Cooper.
And it makes the score 21-10. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Herbert.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24 to 10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Herbert. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mecole Hardman. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Levis, he's going to audible to something else.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That'll be caught. It's Rager.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action now. Levis. Over the middle, it's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First and 10. Here's Levis. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Levis sets up to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Hand off to Spears. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And Spears with another carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Levis. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5-4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Man, when you pointed out that 5-4, first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you thought your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the two teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
16 yards. First down, Chargers.
Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mecole Hardman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
Ram. Only cooked right. 21.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On first down, Levis. Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackler. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Levis to throw it. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10, it's Levis. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Levis from the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And Levis going back to the air.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
2nd down, here's Levis.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Working from the gun, here's Levis.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Second and goal from the 1.
Now Levis.
Touchdown!
Jalen Rager from a yard out. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield and got the touchdown, it's almost like, yeah, that doesn't
feel right.
Exactly.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Jamison Williams, 32 yards. And the Chargers have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Levis on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert off of play action. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Sam Laporta, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Oh, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase.
He's got a man complete. And this will be caught.